Hello, I'm Andy, and here is your weekly horoscope from November the 27th, Sunday, up to the 3rd of December, Saturday, 2022, and especially for you coming from Aquarius. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and this magic that's on your palms. These are lines and signs drawn by the soul. Who do you think is making all these changes all the time? It's not the weather, it's the soul that's doing it. I'll show you how to reach that soul and the third eye and the aura. We get it usually very late in life, in our 50s, 60s, or 70s. But when you see me for a session, I will show you how to accelerate the energies so that even if you're a teenager, you'll be able to get these energies much earlier. And I'll show you how, if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own personal lucky or lottery numbers with the energies of your soul, your third eye, and your aura. We'll talk more about this later. So, for you coming from Aquarius, your Sunday, the 27th of November, this is a very troubled morning and afternoon. Many anger planets are there, and their duty is to make you angry, to say angry words, and to be the loser, basically. So why don't you turn it around to use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language which is soft, and you will quieten these planets down step by step, and you'll be able to manage with whoever you are, wherever you are, in a much better way. Evening and nightfall becomes very lucky. Now these planets of bonding are there. So the evening, night, and nightfall, you can bond with people. So make sure that you are with the right company. Is it to help you job-wise, business-wise, looking for romance? Make sure it's the right company because you could also bond with wrong people. So the bonding takes place in this evening nightfall of Sunday, the 27th November. And it will be a step-by-step bonding, hour by hour. You get more secure and you find solutions to what happened so badly in the morning, afternoon. And you'll be able to meet people to come to your side and help you. So make sure you're in the company that you want. Is it for the job? Go meet people who can help you that way. Is it for the business? Go meet people that way. Is it to find friendship? Go ahead. Monday, the 28th of November. This is going to be a very troubled morning, afternoon because your ego planets are everywhere. And these ego planets are negative, which make you negative in the long run. Hour by hour, your behavior patterns may be intolerant with no teamwork either. And that's how you sink with no friendship where you work or doing business. And you turn to become a loser that way. So be careful that blame wants to come to you. And this blame can be terrible, which may lose you your job, which may lose you in business areas. So firstly, choose company very carefully that you confide anything with, or it may be used against you later on. And also choose company which can be protecting you rather than exposing yourself to risk. So don't try doing things on your own, wherever you are, morning and afternoon. You only attract blame. And if you're in the front row trying to be in the limelight, you'll be shot down very fast with all the blame coming at you. Evening and nightfall, the anger planets are back. On top of that, the ego planets follow you to the evening nightfall. So I will say the evening nightfall becomes worse that way. Angry and losing out because of your ego. So if you don't have to be out on bad evening nightfalls like this, it's better to stay home. That way you protect yourself from people and you might be as unhappy as you like. Just lock the door and just do what you want by yourself. But the more you are with people, the more damage can be done in the evening nightfall. Anger planets make you angry, and they show this anger. And ego planets will make you criticize people, making enemies very, very fast. Tuesday, the 29th of November, for you coming from Aquarius. Yes, you coming from Aquarius. These planets are over emotional this time. And so the emotional problems you have, whether where you work or where you do business, they interfere with your concentration. And you can be blamed for many things where you work or do business going wrong because your concentration will not be there. You may not have time to do your deadline, to meet your deadline. That could be another blame. Why? Because you are engrossed and you are very much involved in the misery of your emotions. So repeat to yourself three words: logic, 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 which will bring you back to your senses, that common sense must prevail and not allow the emotional areas get you into trouble. You can lose a job making a bad mistake. You could lose money making a bad mistake in business. Evening and nightfall becomes a bit worse because now the emotional planets are not alone, but they are with the planets of bad ego as well. You have to choose your company very, very carefully in the evening nightfall. You could be easily with people who have a bad name and reputation, and that could affect you very badly, being out in the evening nightfall with such people. And you can also be blamed for many, many things. Emotionally, you are also not stable. So don't let your ego expect to get that romance that you want, to get that friendships you want. You won't be finding much of that. Best is just don't go out at all. Evening and nightfall. Now the planets make you aggressive. How do they make you aggressive? They make you dominating, they make you stubborn. They make you like a rock who just will not listen to logic. And of course, where you work, where you do business, people get fed up of you and they won't support you in every possible way. So you can be the loser at your job areas and your business areas. You can be a loser because you will not listen to advice and you will go the wrong way. So that's what's going to happen. So you have to be very cautious that the morning and afternoon of Wednesday, the 30th November, you can drive people away from you and leave yourself isolated in any department of life. So don't dominate, try to be part of a team. Let others take the lead. Evening and nightfall emotional planets meet you and they bring arguments, they bring differences of opinion where your emotions are concerned. Could it be with the family members, with the romance that you might have or looking for? Or could it be in the marriage areas? So it's going to be a bad, miserable, emotional time, evening and nightfall. Say less, do less. That would help you a great deal. Thursday, the 1st of December, for you coming from Aquarius. This is a dreadful day. Morning and afternoon, your ego is at display. And this ego is a negative ego. What happens? You say things and you do things to insult people and to cut them down. And of course, they will retaliate at you. They are not going to support your plans. You're going to be the loser that way. Whether you're at home, whether you're in a job, whether you're in a business, apply that this rule, not to take in charge, not to be in charge, and not to try and take control. Because when you do that, you open yourself to mistakes of all kinds. And you can lose a job, you can lose money in business, all because your false ego is at play. So leave the ego away. How do you do that? Just improve your tolerance for everybody, improve your teamwork for everybody. The same story in the evening nightfall, only this time your emotional side of life is going to suffer. Again, you're not going to get what you want, and your ego will be very hurt. And of course, you will retaliate by being rude or saying things just to make yourself feel better. That won't help because you'll be the more of the loser that way. Sometimes not to be out anywhere in the evening nightfall like this is safer to be at home. Never mind that you don't get anything. At least you don't create enemies in the emotional side. Friday, the 2nd of December. This is a very unhappy day for you. It could be for many reasons. The emotional side of love, which has hurt you very much or is hurting you still, or the undecidedness at job, where you can't put your finger on how to get your job onto the right track, and you could be blamed very badly, or in business, where you make very bad decisions just to lose all the way. Why? Because the emotional negative planets are controlling you, and everything you say and do turns bad from bad to worse, morning and afternoon. So you cannot depend on your own decision making. Be part of a team where you work. Be part of a team where you do business. Be part of a team wherever you are, having lunch with somebody. Let others make the decision. This rule moves on to the evening and nightfall, where your emotional planets are tracking you again, and they make you rebellious. Rebellious to perhaps say awkward things or do awkward things just to find attraction, which will be the wrong kind of attraction because you're going to lose out in the evening nightfall with a behavior pattern like that. So again, if you don't have to be out, you will be much safer being by yourself. But if you have to be out, plans already made, then tell yourself the behavior pattern must be traditional rather than unnecessarily awkward. So be traditionally based, show respect to people you're with, and you will lessen these disappointments waiting for you. For Friday the 2nd of December. Saturday the 3rd of December makes you very big mentally and you want to grow and expand. Plans are very big, but they're not going to work because these are negative plans. They make you think big, they make you plan big, but nothing much happens because the foundation of things was not ready yet, maybe. So don't show off your skills and want to take charge in the morning, afternoon, in any area, whether in the area of marriage and family, whether with people that you are in love with, or whether people who are doing business with you, or your workforce. So tell yourself it's better for you to be negotiable and to be flexible rather than stand your ground and insist that what you want must happen. It will not work. You will be isolated, or if it happens, he'll turn against you and the blame will come on you. These planets follow you to the evening nightfall and they make you not to be on the same wavelength as people. So you get very upset when people don't agree with you, and that makes you stubborn, and that makes you confrontative, and that makes you like a rock who will not move, and that's what makes you a loser. So remember, negative planets will boast your ego only to make you go into trouble. And that's exactly what's happening the whole day of Saturday, the 3rd of December. You may meet people you like, but don't expect too much. Tell yourself to keep it friendly, that's all. To cross the border and want to be obsessed with people will turn people away. So this is a week for you. Now this 90-minute session I have for you. Yes, it will cost you USD $50, that's all, to firstly know your next 9 years. And secondly, to know how to make your next 9 years as profitable and happy as much as possible. I will go deeply into your health areas one by one by one. I will look at your palms to see how your lifeline, how your Saturn line, and your Mercury line. These three lines are very important to see mental health, physical health, and emotional health. And I'll show you how to be the successful person that you can be through your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. All these energies count because the triology of energy is the planets, the soul, and you. If we can harmonize that, we become very lucky. If we cannot harmonize that, we fail again and again. And I'll show you how to harmonize with this triology of energy. And if you like to play lotteries, I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. It's a system which I will teach you once and for all. And to reach the soul, the third eye, and the aura, it comes too late. We get it automatically one day in our 50s or 60s or 70s, much, much too late. And that's why we have a tough life. And of course, it is said our experience, our knowledge and wisdom in the old age. All that will come because of the soul, the third eye, and the aura. I know of a way how to accelerate the energy so that at whatever age you see me, even as a teenager, I will show you how to accelerate the energy as quickly as possible. Sometimes 30 days, 60 days, and you will feel that energy growing and growing in you and making you very special. So this 90-minute session, which just cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, send me this email and let's get down to business. Life is too short. We got to get it cracking. And I'm the one who is going to help you. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.